Hello, we're Team 7 and we'll be presenting on copyright and generative AI. Our team consists of O'Neill Daniels, myself, Tom Swenson, Dan Beiersdorf, and Simrithi Chutri. Today we will be covering three topics for copyright and generative AI. O'Neill will be covering copyright infringement with an example from Getty Images and Stability AI. Next, Dan will be covering the spread of misinformation with an example from CNET. And lastly, we'll have Simrithi cover the potential for the displacement of human workers.
In this scenario, we're going to be looking at one of the biggest legal challenges facing generative AI, and that is copyright infringement. In 2023, Getty Images filed a lawsuit against Stability AI, which is the company behind the image generator Stable Diffusion. Getty Images alleged that Stability AI used millions of its copyrighted photos without its permission to train its model. And now this isn't an isolated case. Several groups of authors have also sued OpenAI for training models on their copyrighted books without consent. And this raises the case of some major questions about ownership and fair use in the age of AI. So the main issue here that's being tackled is that AI models often rely on massive data sets scraped from the internet. And while this does allow them to learn patterns and create new content, it can also involve copyrighted material, meaning artists and creators may not be credited or compensated for their work. Ethically, there's a tension between encouraging innovation in AI and protecting creators' intellectual property. Some possible solutions could include licensing agreements, some form of compensation, or even new copyrighted laws tailored to AI-generated content.
So my topic is the spread of misinformation, particularly how generative AI has accelerated it. Over the past few years, tools that can create realistic images, videos, and even entire articles have made it much easier for misinformation to spread. What used to take a skilled editor or a fake news operation can now be done by anyone with a laptop and a prompt. A clear example came during the 2024 election when deepfake images and robocalls impersonated political figures to mislead voters. Even established outlets like CNET had to issue corrections after publishing AI-written financial stories that contained factual errors. The impact goes far beyond embarrassment. It's really about trust. When people can't tell what's real and what's synthetic, confidence in media, politics, and even democratic processes starts to erode. It creates a kind of informational fog where everything feels suspect, which is exactly the environment misinformation thrives on. To push back, there are a few key approaches. First, AI itself can help by labeling and verifying content, tagging what's generated and what's authentic. Second, we need better media literacy education, teaching users how to recognize manipulation and question sources before sharing. And finally, platforms. Social media, news aggregators, and even search engines need stronger policies for detecting and removing false and misleading material before it spreads widely. So overall, while generative AI brings huge creative potential, it also brings new responsibilities. The challenge now is using those same techniques to protect truth rather than distort it.
Generative AI is rapidly transforming industries by automating creative and analytical work that was traditionally done by humans earlier, like such as writing, editing, and design. For an example, like companies like Sports Illustrated, Geo Media, BuzzFeed have faced criticism for adopting AI generated content while laying off the human, showing how automation can lead to job displacement. Like industries like advertising agencies are also using AI tools for copywriting and creative campaigns. Like they further highlight this shift. The main key concern is to how to balance the efficiency of the employment, ensuring human creativity remains valued. The main possible solution we can say is including reskilling employees to work along with AI, focusing on human drive areas also, like oversight and ethics, which can help us in exploring new business.
With cases like Getty Images versus Stability AI becoming more and more common, this raises many ethical and practical questions regarding AI training data. Should artists and creators have the right to opt out of AI training datasets? What would fair compensation look like for creators who work trains AI models? Can copyright laws that exist today adequately address AI-generated works? How can transparency and data composition build public trust? These are just a few of the questions that need to be addressed in order to protect the work of artists around the world.
So, an additional discussion question on my end is, with AI creating such convincing fake videos, images, and even news stories, especially around sensitive items like elections, what kinds of tools or policies do you think could help people tell what's real and what's not? Beyond that, who should actually take responsibility for putting those protections in place? Is it the tech companies, the government, or maybe educators, or maybe even the public themselves?
So, on this slide, I want to open up a discussion about how companies can use AI to support human creativity instead of replacing it. As we all have seen examples like Sports Illustrated, Geo Media, and BuzzFeed, where AI generated content has started to take over jobs that used to be done by humans, like editors, writers. The main question is right now, how can organizations find the right balance between the efficiency and originality? Maybe AI can take care of the repetitive or time consuming parts of a task, while humans can focus on more creative and strategic thinking. This shift could also bring new kinds of roles like AI content editors, data trainers, or ethic reviewers who can make sure the AI tools are used in a right way. Overall, the idea is the AI and the human should work together, combining human creativity with AI efficiency to get the better results.